This thing recording. Good morning, good people. What's going on? I woke up this morning and I want to talk about Yusuf. Yusuf finds himself in a bad situation right now. He came across the internets that Yusuf is sitting in prison. No, not prison. He's sitting in jail. He's sitting in jail in Bibb County down in Macon, Georgia. All right. And I just kind of want to go over the facts and then I'll give my opinion or kind of my thoughts regarding it. But let's go over the facts. I know a lot of times we watch lives and videos and people dancing all over the world around the flagpole, but you just want the facts to start off with. So if you go to Bibb County, do a name search. His first name is Yusuf, and he is a black male. He is currently in jail. And let's see if we can get his information, some of his information. Hold on. All right. Okay, has a jacket ID. His full name is, first name is Yusuf, black male, current status is in jail. I'm gonna look up the charges. What are the charges that he is facing? Okay, Yusuf, he was booked on 11/10/2025. The reason for the booking is enticing a child for indecent purposes. So what's the date? Today is the 13th. He's been locked up since the 10th of November. So that's about a month. Yeah, he's been locked up for about a month now. And so some of you, like myself, wondering what actually does enticing a child for indecent purposes, what is the actual real deal? So I went to my best friend and I talked to my best buddy. No, not my best friend. I went to ChatGPT. And so here's what ChatGPT says about it. And I thought it was pretty interesting. Bear with me, y'all. Y'all know I talk slow. If I talk too slow for you, I'll tell you a little tip. Put the speed at 1.5 or 1.25, and that might help. All right, so Georgia Code 16-6.5, enticing a child for indecent purposes. It basically focuses on situations where an adult tries to lure, convince, or take a child under 16 somewhere with the intent to commit MOLE station. All right, put the two together, MOLE station, or indecent acts. Now, what are some of the examples of doing such a thing? Example, the actions that could be considered enticing a child. These examples focus on the behavior, not necessarily the explicit act. All right, so trying to get a child to come to a private location, asking a minor to come to my car, come behind this building, or meet me in a secluded area for an inappropriate purpose. Also, if you're inviting the child into a home, a hotel room under false pretenses with hidden intent, Another one is offering gifts or favors to lure a child, using something tempting to get them alone, offering money, rides, candy, um, place to hang out with the intention to do something indecent. So online or electronic luring, we see the YouTube videos where people they pose as a minor to catch a PRD, and so they have them meet them at the store, and then the police are there, and they get arrested, even though they did not commit an act of actually going through with it. It's a crime to even plan on it, all right, or even meet up with somebody with the intentions, right? So pretending to need help, trying to isolate a child from supervision, encouraging a child to leave a group, playground, school area, or home to go somewhere along with the adult, telling the child not to tell anyone that they're meeting, okay? These are all different forms of what enticing a child for indecent purposes can take. The actual act does not happen. So look, it's very important. The actual act does not need to happen. The crime is in the intent to lure the child for indecent purposes. All right, what are the penalties? So here are some of the penalties. Penalties for enticing a child for indecent purposes. Georgia Code 16-65. Penalties for enticing a child for indecent purposes. One is a felony. Conviction automatically makes it a felony in Georgia. There's prison time. The sentencing ranges depends on the circumstances. If this is your first conviction, it's 1 to 20 years in prison. If the offender has prior offenses involving children, up to 30 years. There are fines. The courts can impose substantial fees, often in thousands of dollars, depending on the case. Mandatory ex-offender registration, lifetime monitoring, probation, if any portion of the sentence is probated, right? Immigration consequences. I don't think Yusuf has to worry about that. He's definitely American, foundational black, the way he talks. All right, so yeah. So Yusuf, I mean, he's so Yusuf. I didn't mean to put his last name out there, but what are my thoughts on the matter? Simply this. He's been arrested. He's been charged. He's not been found guilty. All right. I was listening to some other people's channel. They want to condemn the man and say that what they would do to him and all that stuff. But he has not been found guilty of anything yet. So I do believe you should have your day in court, right? That's constitutionally based. You should have your day in court. And once he has his day in court, if he's found guilty of trying to entice a minor, justice needs to be served to the full extent of the law. All right. Anyone that messes with kids to try to do them harm is wrong all day long. But, however, he's not been convicted yet. We don't know the circumstances of the case. All right. I listened to some of y'all talk about, he got the internet, got him, somebody probably posing as a child and all these different possible things that could have happened. Well, we don't know yet. Some of y'all have tried, convicted him, and have thrown him under the prison. He hasn't been convicted yet. Right? Now, We know that all allegations are not always true. Think about it. But on the other hand, doggone it, where there's smoke, there's usually fire. On the other hand, if you locked up, no bond. Oh yeah, no bond. No bond. No bond. So you wonder, are there previous things going on? Hey, I don't know. I'm not like Dory. I'm not an expert in all this stuff. I'm not a let me stop. I don't know. Look it up for yourself. We just talking here. All right. And no bond, you wonder, is it possibility that this may be a second offense or something? I don't know. But if he is guilty of this crime, yeah, he deserves full penalty. The victim, there's a victim here. Well, it may not be. I don't know. It may be an internet type of thing. It may be a people posing as, and he got caught up. I don't know. But if there is a victim here, I hope the victim is, if there's a victim, I hope the victim receives the justice that they deserve. Justice should be served. But once again, we don't know the facts of the case. We don't know what happened. And for us to jump to conclusions about it, it's I guess it's good for YouTube panels to kill time and useless chit chat back and forth about there was a saying that I like, when you speculation is a thief of time. All right, so we're doing all the speculation on what it is, but we don't know. Now, bless their hearts, ZX, Grown Folks TV, and Jay Wilson, they're both holding up the flags, right? ZX is holding up the flag for the heterosexual side, and Jay Wilson's holding up the flag for the gays. ZX is, well, this is an indication of how it is as far as people in that persuasion trying to entice others. Jay Wilson crying, well, actually, Jay Wilson didn't even, allegedly he said he knew about it, but he didn't bring it up. I find it hard to believe that he knew about this and didn't bring it up. But if he did know about it, Jay Wilson did know about it, and he did not bring it up, then that's not right, all right? Because he brings up everything else, okay? But for him to bring it up now, probably got it from Brianna, like we all pretty much got it from Brianna, and he's holding up the flag of the gays, and they're going back. Look, let me make this clear to everybody that's listening to the sound of my voice. I believe this situation has nothing to do with one's sexual orientation, all right? Whether or not, if it's true, whether or not Yusuf was contacting a girl or a boy is wrong. Whether or not Yusuf, his sexual orientation, whether he's gay or straight or gay, it has no bearing on the crime. So I guess what the problem I have with that whole sexual orientation case, people try to make the point, try to make the argument out of ignorance that because you are gay, then therefore you were touched by somebody and that made you gay when you were younger, and therefore you're going to tendency to touch other people. That's going to make them gay. No, that's crazy. Because I know a few individuals who are gay who were never touched. Okay, so to say one thing leads to another is wrong. To say that because of one's sexual orientation, they're more prone to do things to kids that are inappropriate is wrong all day long. And I can't say that any clearer or any stronger. So I'm hearing discussions about the orientation, right? And if he was a straight man, then people like Jay Wilson would be climbing on the mountaintop saying, oh yeah, y'all talk about the gays, but the straight ones are doing it too. Now, I believe Yusuf might be gay. Yeah, I think he is. If I'm wrong, my apologies. Well, Yusuf being a gay man, the question is, did Jay Wilson hide or not sit on this story because to protect the gays? Or, and on the other extreme, you got ZX waving the flag. See, I told you, keep the gays away from your kids, right? Look, man, both of them jokers are wrong, in my opinion. Sexual orientation has nothing to do with being a PEDO. Nothing to do with it. You can be a PDEO whether you're straight or whether you're gay. Now, my experience with Yusuf was one of those guys. I'm talking like he's passed away. Yusuf is one of those guys that was really black nationalism, black woman empowerment, black empowerment 24/7, right? All the time. And he's really intense. Like, dude, lighten up. It's okay. Lighten up. I understand where you come. You ever met any of those guys? Black empowerment, black nationalist people. There's always, the white man is doing that. Look here. The white man, black man, any man. The black man will stab you in the back just as quickly as the white man. It's not based on your race. It's based on the individual. And Yusuf, one of those that goes into the institutionalized racism, blah, 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 blah. I know it does exist. It does. However, lighten up. So he was always intense, very respectful. We've in the past, when I was more active on YouTube, and he was more active, we would run across each other's paths, and I would go to his channel, give him support, because I thought he gave a positive message as far as black love, black pride, racism. However, I thought it was a bit extreme. All right, look, we need the white man. We need the black. We need all people. All right, and once again, it's not the person. It's not the cover. It's the person inside. And just as I go off on a tangent, just for a minute, yeah, Saturday morning. What else we got to do? It's cold outside. Those black nationalist guys, those guys who talk about the white man, blah blah blah, in negative way. Look. Y'all forget about the abolitionists. Y'all forget about the individuals that did help the black man and woman, black people back in the day. And if it were not for the aid of white people who were sympathetic to our cause would have not advanced as they have, right? The civil rights movement, you had people of all races, good white people that would help. Back in slavery, Underground Railroad would not exist if it were not for the help of the good white people. So, and now, in this day and age, as my kids remind me, this whole thing about white and black, I mean, everybody's intermingling. It's a different world. Now, are you treated a different way because of the skin tone or color skin? Does that happen? Yes, it does. But it's not new, right? It's not new. So anyway, but back to Yusuf. And he always has this, the look, I'm looking at his picture right now. Can I put his picture up? I think I can. Yeah. He can't flag me anytime soon, can he? No, he can't. So anyway, but in his eyes, when you look in his eyes, he just has this look of something's troubling him. right? So that's also concerning that there's no bond. I'm not sure what's up with that. And if he is guilty of this, trying to entice a minor, then a lot of times it's not a person's first rodeo or first time doing this kind of stuff when they get caught. And once again, innocent till proven guilty. Ding, ding, ding. However, where there's smoke, there's usually fire. All right. So time will tell. We'll see. I think I saw Brianna has a lie. She's talking about moving the goalpost. I didn't click on it because I didn't want to be influenced by what I'm going to speak on now, as far as this little live I'm doing, recording I'm doing now. But if you're moving the goals, I think she's probably talking about a different set of standards as far as the gays and the straights, and because that's really interesting, because the sector that we're predominantly in, forget the sector, the world we're in. I mean, you just got a mixture of people. But my thought was that for this to be a predominantly gay sector with gay men in this sector, and straight and gay women, I think straight women, you definitely see a divide, right? you see those that are more straight leaning versus more that's more gay leaning, and of course it depends on where you stand on it. And once again, make sure I'm perfectly clear. All right, Jay Wilson, pastor, whatever you're calling yourself this week, it's not the person's sexual orientation. It's not the person's sexual orientation that determines their actions, especially when you talk about criminal things that are illegal. It's the individual. Just because you're gay, just because you're straight, in my mind, does not mean that you're prone to do something. As well as to GFTV, ZX, Baba GT, whatever name. Why y'all change your name so much? Anyway, the ZX. Look, man, same thing. It's the individual. If Yusuf is a gay man, which I believe he is, yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah, I'm sure he is. Then him allegedly doing this, or if he actually did this, is not because of his orientation. It's because of a sickness, something wrong in his head that makes him attracted to minors, right? But, and again, for the fifth time, he has not been proven guilty. Let's wait till he has his day in court before we throw him under the prison, throw him under the jail, curse him out, because we don't know. Might be a setup by the white man. Anyway, love to hear what y'all thoughts on this whole thing is. Thank you for watching, and yeah, man, there's a lot going on. Anyway, catch y'all later. Bye.